The Cabin Collective as a whole, it's a bit of a thing to explain. I've been a tattooer for about 14 years, so that's our main part. I've been a musician, touring musician for maybe 25 years now. That's been my kind of passion, and it was my earnings for a lot of years as well. We have coffee. Our coffee is a big part of the shop, probably bigger than we originally thought. Same kind of thing as the coffee, the music has really been a big part of the shop, and we're having these live gigs, acoustic live gigs fairly often. As I said, the coffee's become a bigger part than we even realised of the Cabin Collective. We put a fair bit into our coffee, and I would say boutique is kind of the idea of our coffee. It's not run-of-the-mill coffee. We roast our own beans here. We roast them over fire, which, as far as we know, we're the only place in the country that does it. My past, I worked as a survival instructor for an American company. I used to go out days on end, so I wanted fresh coffee, so I used to just buy in green beans, and I'd roast in a little military style cook set. I'd roast my beans. I'd carve up a little thing that I used to grind the coffee beans in like a handkerchief, and that's the way I used to do coffee out in the bush. Our process is a lot more involved than most coffee shops, but we're happy with that. You know, it's a lot more work, but we feel our product at the end is not better than other places. We never wanted to be better, we wanted to be different. So what we wanted was a smoky style bean, but not overwhelmingly smoky. So gasifier stove was the way we could achieve that. It's perfect. You can't really get a better burning fire. So that's what we start with. We have our a stainless steel pot that goes above that. We've got a couple of them depending on the batch size, and we have someone to run it. So none of it's automated. It's literally a timber tripod, and our pot's hanging. We have a wooden stirrer, so there's no metal in there. Your wood kind of makes it nice and smooth for the stir. We've now learnt, which is quite involved, on how not to, one, burn the beans, and two, we just don't stir until they're cooked. We've really refined down now the way we kind of manufacture our roasts. So it'll go from there, go straight into our cooling rack. We just have a fairly primitive style cooling rack. Everything's primitive style, that's why we call it a primitive roast. Basically, as soon as that heat is out the bean, that bean's ready for our hopper. So the quicker we can get that done, the nicer our coffee is. So it'll go straight to that hopper, and our staff at the coffee counter will start serving that coffee. Our crema that comes out is a lot thicker and different to normal coffee. It's because, again, that pulling the oils out of those beans, it's quite a thick, nice crema on it. Very dark and smooth, and creamy as well. We usually run 2 beans at one time. At the moment we've got Costa Rican and Ethiopian. This will change through the year on what beans suit what seasons it is. So Costa Rican and Ethiopian. Ethiopian's quite a dark, not quite as dark as the Costa Rican, but it's a tiniest bit fruity. And the Costa Rican's really dark and quite chocolatey and real smooth coffee. Very smooth.